there's no way to make anyone whole for the loss of life. That is just something that you don't recover from. You live through it.
New at 5, we are inside the courtroom when a judge sentenced a semi-truck driver who hit and killed a Sinclair student. We first reported the story in November. This is video of the crash happening. A semi slammed into a car on I70. Now, News Center 7's Taylor Robertson was the only reporter in the courtroom. And Taylor, you talked with a man who actually survived the crash we just saw.
Yes, I did, Gabby, and his name was Musa Kamuli. He was in the car at the time of the crash, and he was here in the courtroom today. He and the family listened as the defendant faced his sentencing.
Then can you tell me, how do you wish to plead at this time to the charge of vehicular manslaughter, having been advised of all of the potential consequences of your plea and all the rights you're waiving?
No contest, Your Honor.
Judge Wilt sentenced Bazowski to 1 year of probation and the maximum amount of fines possible. Elvis Kikaba's family was in court. Their eyes were filled with tears as the details of what happened to Elvis were brought up. He was killed when a semi-truck hit him on Interstate 70 in November of 2022. Elvis was merging into the middle lane to avoid a lane closure. Here's the video when the semi crashed into his car and pushed it into a guardrail and into another semi. Elvis died from his injuries.
I was in the car. I saw the accident.
Kamuli told me he lost consciousness a few times within the time frame, but still remembers.
When I was lying on the floor, on the ground, and I asked the medics that will I make it, because I was feeling too much pain. So I asked them, will I make it? They told me they didn't know.
At the hospital, Kamuli realized what happened.
I was with somebody. Where is he?
He told the nurses that he was Elvis's guardian while he was away from his family in Uganda.
And then they called Sinclair, because I told them he was a student at Sinclair. And I told them the names, that he was a student at Sinclair. I told them I'm the guardian there, so they called the school. The school confirmed that I knew him, and then they told me.
Judge Wilt addressed the family and had this to say at the end of the hearing.
I hope and pray that you all remember every day all the wonderful things that Elvis brought to your life, and it sounds like he was a tremendous young man.
Now, this was a very emotional hearing for this family. At one point, one of the family members stood up and was addressing the court, but was too emotional to finish. Coming up tonight at 6, I talked to some of the family members that told me in order for them to move on, they chose to forgive the defendant. For now, we're live in Springfield. Taylor Robertson, News Center 7.